Give people some time to get in. We're live!
We're live.
What's up, baby? We're doing a video.
Facebook 101.
Flashbacks from our year wrap-up video. Hey guys, can you hear us? Do us a favor, just go in the group. Again, you don't want to post on YouTube, only in the group where you found this link. Let us know if you can hear us. We're coming across good. Just drop a comment in the group where you found this link. Let us know if you can hear us. Somebody post. Who's going to post?
I bet it's going to be Jessica McDonald.
Who's going to post? See who gets the first post. Can you hear us? Can you hear us? Who's it going to be? So regardless of how many people show up today, we're going to do a good training no matter what, because it's going to be recording. And we're going to get this out to everybody that wants to learn Facebook Marketing 101. All right.
So
who's here?
We could just start over.
Looks good. Jessica McDonald is in the house.
She never disappoints.
Yeah. So we're gonna we'll get started here in just a minute. We'll see if anybody else is gonna come on, and then we're going to actually turn this into an ongoing recorded training. We're gonna edit out the beginning and make this into a training for everybody on the team to watch who wants to learn Facebook marketing. So once we start, then we're gonna fly through it.
Make sure you have your notebook.
Taking some notes.
Taking notes from the master, Aaron Parker.
No. All right, so we don't have a lot of people on live. It's not a big deal. It doesn't matter.
It's Saturday.
Yeah, we're gonna go through this again and make it an ongoing training. So if you do have questions and you are on live, then you can post it in the group where you found this link. Do not post on YouTube.
Perfect.
So, we ready?
We are ready. We wanted to do this for you guys so you could be more efficient at Facebook marketing, and I asked Mr. Aaron Parker here, Mr. Expertise, my master marketer. He does all my stuff for me. I was like, we need to do a whole series of Facebook marketing. So this is just the first video that we're going to do. This is the basics, what everybody needs to know about Facebook marketing.
Absolutely. So we're gonna dive in here. By the way, this is gonna be an ongoing training. So it will be, this is being recorded. We're gonna put this into the group so that all new people getting started on the team will have this available to them to learn the basics. We're gonna, in future videos, and by the time you're watching this recording, those videos might be available, but we are gonna be producing more advanced training on Facebook marketing, including, you know, fan page setup, how to set up your fan pages, how to use them, and of course Facebook paid marketing, where you can pay for traffic, and it's a pretty powerful tool to use. So we want to dive into some basic Facebook marketing, and Kathy actually has most of the basic Facebook marketing down, because she has learned a lot, not just from me, but from a lot of the other, you know, top distributors in It Works. So she's going to share with you some stuff that, if you apply, could really help in your marketing online on Facebook. One quick thing I'll share with you guys is, and this is, you know, kind of a fine line with It Works, because, you know, posting a lot on your personal profile, there's a difference between posting on a personal profile and a fan page. And again, we're going to get into fan pages in another training and how to set that up, and how awesome they are and how they can help you build your business. But if all you post on your personal Facebook profile is business, raps, business, make money, lose weight, you know, rap it, you know, all this rap stuff, and if
supplement,
yeah, if 90% of what you're posting is just business, then people will tune it out. Think about when you're online and you're on Facebook or you're just surfing and you see ads. Nowadays, when I see banner ads or I see advertisements, I don't even see that stuff anymore. I start tuning it out. I've become numb to online marketing. You don't want your Facebook friends to tune you out, because all you're doing is promoting and selling it works. Even though you're super excited, you're super pumped, you're so jacked out of your mind about the product and the company and the opportunity, if 99% of your post is about it works, they'll start to tune you out.
Yeah.
So Kathy is going to share with you some very important strategies, tips, and techniques on how to best use your Facebook profile to properly, you know, build your It Works business. And again, there's fine lines. You could, you know, come up with your own style, but this is just some very important things that we would recommend that you take notice of. So Kathy, take it away.
Let our camera focus. Okay, yeah, and this training is for marketing on your personal page, not your fan page. Honey, the webcam keeps trying to focus. Can you guys see me? Let me know in the group if I'm blurry or not. Okay, I'll keep going. Hopefully I'm not blurry. Here's the thing. Facebook can be a very powerful tool. It was really, that's how I launched my business, was utilizing Facebook with my warm market contacts. And how I did that was I didn't bombard my news wall, because think about when you log in and you see the feeds. If they're seeing post after post after post and you're posting 3 things within 5 minutes, it may not show up. They're going to ignore it. They're going to be like, oh. What I did was I would just post a before and after picture, really, of the people I was wrapping maybe once a day, maybe once every other day when I first joined in, just getting the buzz out like, oh my gosh, look at these amazing results. Message me for details. And at that time, we could promote inch loss. Now, that brings me, I want to go to this real quick. Compliance. Make sure you guys are logging in and keeping up on compliance, because they are really cracking down hard. The bigger It Works becomes, the bigger target we become. And we have to watch out, like the FDA and stuff. They don't want us to claim inch loss. We can no longer claim that it detoxes, even though we know that it does. And you can tell somebody that in person, but you cannot post it on Facebook. You can't say detox. You just have to say tighten tones and firms. Posting before and after pictures is the most powerful, but limit it to 1 a day. And maybe only do a post about It Works 1 to 2 times a day. So just make sure you're compliant. And when you guys share pictures, I know other distributors are posting stuff and you share them, and that's great. You have to watch out for a couple things. Make sure the picture does not say inch loss anywhere on the picture, in the description, or anything like that. I've seen people share other people's pictures. You can still be liable even though it's not your original post. So you have to be careful. And another thing, if you're sharing a picture and another distributor has their link in it, guess what? You're sending all of your contacts to their link. So, and I see it time and time again. So if there is an awesome picture on It Works, the best thing to do is download it to your computer, save it, and re-upload it with your information on it. That way, just by chance, you're not sending any of your contacts by chance somewhere else. So make sure you're compliant. Watch out for those things. Okay, another thing. How I was saying, don't bombard your news feed. I know you're at home. I know it's tempting. You want everyone to be as excited as you are, but really save it. Save what you're going to put on there. Aaron's on his phone in the hangout, walking around the house.
So cool. I mean, all right, honey, I didn't mean to interrupt. Back to you.
Thanks. Really only post once. I know it's tempting, like you see something, you want to post 3 different things. Don't. Plan it out. Save it in a folder. I have a Facebook repost folder with either product descriptions or photos, and I save them. And really the best time to post is in the morning, Around lunchtime, people might check it on their lunch break, and in the evening around 8 o'clock when everyone's home from work, kids are in bed, and they're on. So if you're posting throughout the day, people might not even see your posts. So really limit it. And here's another thing. Be interesting in your post. Think about the psychology of it. Really think about your verbiage. I just did a post last night on my Facebook wall. I haven't made anything else on there about It Works, so go check it out. I was engaging. I wanted to ask questions. I didn't say anything about selling wraps or anything like that. Think about how you buy stuff, because there's a saying, and it's so true. Everybody loves to buy, but nobody likes to get sold. And I'll give you an example. Have you ever walked into a store in the mall or wherever, fully intending to buy something, but a salesperson was so on you and it turned you off that you walked out of the store not buying anything? On the flip side, you go your window shopping, you have no intention to buy something, but you love the salesperson so much that you end up buying stuff and you had no intention. So you really have to think about it. So if you're saying, hey guys, I'm selling these supplements, how would you feel if one of your friends was saying that? You'd be like, no thanks, I don't want to buy supplements. But if you're engaging and you're putting testimonies on there, testimonials of your family or even other distributors or loyal customers, you can put, oh my gosh, here's an amazing testimony for one of our products. This is fantastic. Let me know if you know of anybody who wants these results. Something like that, asking questions. So then it's not coming off like you're selling them, but then they're engaging. And don't make your post too long, because what's going to happen is if your verbiage is too long, which sometimes mine are, but I try to keep them short where you don't have to click the continue button on your wall. Have you guys ever seen that, where you post and it's really long words and you only see half of it? Kind of want to stay away from that, because plus if you're posting something that's super long, people don't want to read that. They're scrolling through so fast that, I mean, I know me, when I'm scrolling through, if someone posts something really long, I don't read it. I don't. So I'm sure other people aren't reading your stuff. So that's the biggest thing. You have to keep these things in mind. You know, when you're launching your business, don't bombard your wall. Do interesting posts 1 to 2 times a day during those prime time hours. Ask questions. But when you're trying to get your first 4 loyal customers, obviously you do want to tell everybody that, hey, you're in this business. So what I suggest is when it's like your closest family, friends, send them a private message with a link and tell them your story. If you're not going to call them, I say calling them is the best. But if you're like, oh my gosh, I'm just too afraid yet, I don't have my confidence yet, send them a private message on Facebook so you're not like blasting it out to everybody, saying, hey, I would love you to do me a favor. I just partnered up with this amazing company, and here's why. Whether it's you want to pay off debt, you want to get healthy, you've seen it change lives, and say, you know, you're my friend, or you're somebody that's closest to me, and I respect your opinion, and I would really like your support. Please, would you please do me a favor and check this out? Let me know if you or anyone you know has a need for these products. These are really amazing. Or, hey, the same thing, partnered up with this. Could you please support me and either come to my launch party and check it out, no obligation, or host one for me and invite people. You can actually try this crazy wrap thing for free if you have, you know, however many you guys want to do, 4, 5, 3, you know, whatever it is, people who come over and wrap, and then you can tell them. So then you're asking for their support, but you're not blasting it all over your Facebook wall. Hey, I'm selling It Works now. Please come to my party. And then that's all you do, and nobody shows up. That's why. So you have to really make it personal and engage them. Events. Events are a great tool to utilize to invite people for wrap parties, even if it's your contacts or loyals, or your friends who are hosting a party. You could create an event for them, but make it private exclusive. Don't blast the event out to all of your friends, because then they see 400 people invited and they might be intimidated and they're like, what's that? Make it exclusive, private. Put in the description, you know, space is limited, wraps are limited, RSVP quickly, and only send it out to a select group of people each time. But here's the thing, Aaron Parker, I want you to come back. You can create that exclusive event, only send it to a handful of people, but you can share the actual event on your Facebook wall to make it a little better, so you're not inviting 400 people. People might get intimidated. I've made that mistake in the beginning. It doesn't work blasting it out to all of your friends. And another thing, when you do an event and you invite, you know, a select group of people, I would say 20 max. Send them private messages. Also, call them, text them, you know. They may ignore it, because it's easy to ignore somebody online, not answer their email. I mean, we've all done that. So don't get offended when somebody's doing it to you. You know you've done it to them. I know I have. So they may not even understand what it is. And also, if you're in the position, I've done this before with my friends. Hey, I'm having a party. It's $25 to wrap. But for each friend that you bring that wraps, I'll give you $5 off. And I've actually had people bring 2 friends and get $10 off of their wrap, and their friends were like, what? So that tactic does work. So Aaron's going to show us actually how to share once you create that on your Facebook wall.
All right, so if you have an event already on your profile, so let's say you go into your Facebook account and you go to create an event. And in case you're wondering, like, some people might say, well, where do I go to make an event? I know one easy way is just to go to facebook.com/events. And that will take you to your events page, which will show upcoming events for you. And from here, you'll see up at the top right, it says create event. So you can go in here, create an event, and you obviously put in all your details. And this is where you can invite friends at the bottom left. And there is a way, which I'm not going to show you because I don't think it's a good way to do this, as Kathy just mentioned, where you'd have to install a plugin. And you could actually invite every single one of your friends with one click. Not something you really want to do, because let's be honest, how many people do you have that are Facebook friends of yours that don't even live by you? So now you're kind of doing the spam route. And things like that. But here's what you can do. If you go to search by name, you'll notice it lets you choose specific areas. So let's say Kathy was still living in Elkhart. Thank God we don't. She could click Elkhart, Indiana area, and that's going to give her all the people that live in this town or city. This might be a good time to do like a group, you know, thing where you're inviting a lot of people, but still be selective. So that's one thing that you can do. Let me see here. I need to close this, cancel this. So let's say we created the event, and you want a very easy way to share the event on your personal Facebook page. And so this is what, let's say this was your wrap party, and it has your information here, your details, and then all you do, it's kind of hard to find, but over here on the far left, you'll see the little button that says share. And you click share, and this would give you the opportunity now to say something like, you know, hey, friends in, you know, that live out here, wherever in Elkhart, I'm doing a party. I don't even know what to say. Kathy will tell you what to say.
You would say, space is limited. This is an exclusive party. We only have a certain amount of wraps. Let me know if you or any of your friends are interested. Contact me for details or go to this event. RSVP quickly. Wraps are selling out. Something like that.
Right, and then you just hit share event, and after you said what Kathy just said right here, hit share, and that'll post it right on your profile. One of the important things to remember when you're doing this, like Kathy just said, is create some exclusivity, create some excitement, create some curiosity, and also, you know, wraps are limited. So, RSVP right away so that, I can save you a seat, things like that. Seats are limited, wraps are limited, stuff like that. So,
yeah, absolutely. So that's the biggest thing. Don't spam. Nobody likes spam. And it's not effective. And then what you're doing is you're puking all over your warm market. So really be exclusive. What else, honey? I've covered posting 1 to 2 times a day, being exclusive. I've covered compliance. I've covered events. What else should we talk about that's really basic? When you guys are posting like your goals, like I know a lot of people out there are running for the $10,000 good bonus. It's awesome. And I see you guys, you're asking for support. But what I would do differently, instead of saying, hey friends, I'm still trying to reach this goal. Could you please help me? I'm selling these things like that. The verbiage to me comes off a little desperate. And I don't want to offend any of you. I'm trying to make this better. What I would do instead is private message those people, especially the ones who haven't been to a wrap party, who just haven't gotten back to you. Private message them and say, hey, this thing is really exciting. And also think about this too. You're asking everyone to help you get $10,000. What's in it for them? That's what they're thinking. What's in it for me? Why should I help her get $10,000? Instead, ask for support privately, but then also turn it into something curious. I would love to show you how you can get this too. This is amazing. We're changing lives. I'd love to meet with you and talk about this. Or who else do you know who needs to get out of debt? We can show them a way. We have this amazing opportunity. Things like that. You want to ask for support privately, but also give them something that's in it for them too, not making it all about you. You know what I mean? Did I explain that right?
Absolutely. and I know you have your notes here, so you probably already covered the 1 to 2 a day thing.
Yes, I did.
There's something about Facebook, the algorithms, and getting more exposure. Because if you don't know this, did you talk about sponsored posts?
No, I did not.
Okay, so just real quick, you notice when you're posting on Facebook, you now have the ability to click a little button that says sponsor. So next time you go and you post something on Facebook, you'll notice right below, either after, I think it's right after you post it, it'll say sponsor this post. And you'll pay, depending on how many friends you have, you'll pay maybe a few dollars up to $5 or $10. And it's just to promote that post. And what that means is it's going to charge you a one-time fee to basically get more eyeballs, more of your friends to see that post. You don't want to do that a lot, but play with it, test it. In a sponsored post, you want to have a call to action. So again, this is on your personal profile, not a fan page, and you want to have a call to action, like drop a comment below if you're interested, or send me a private message if you're interested. Maybe show a picture. Talk about some success that somebody had in the team, or maybe, a product success story, and then sponsor the post. Don't do that a lot, but maybe once a week, do a sponsored post. And the other thing is, you don't want to post more than once or twice a day. I mean, if you look at my Facebook, usually I'm posting once a day, sometimes twice a day. And there's a reason why. Is because if you post too much, not only does your stuff get lost in the newsfeed, but Facebook will actually show, this is crazy, Facebook actually shows your posts to your friends less. So some people actually think that when you post something on Facebook, all your friends will see it. Not true. Facebook actually has their algorithms, just like Google, to determine whether or not your post is worthy for your friends to see. And if your post gets no likes, no comments, no love, then they actually will show that post less to the rest of your friends.
Yeah.
So when you post a lot, people are not going to keep liking and keep commenting because you're just posting too much. But if you have one strong, compelling post that creates likes, creates a couple comments, and you leave it there for 24 hours, then Facebook says, ooh, this is important. People are showing some love on this post, so let's show this post to more of your friends. And then virally, more people will see it because Facebook thinks it's important. So keep that in mind. If you do want to get more eyeballs, then you could do the sponsored post and actually pay to have Facebook show your post to more of your friends.
And how much does that cost?
It could be anywhere from like $2 to $3 up to $10
For a sponsored post?
for a sponsored post.
Oh no, I think I've only been charged $1.
Okay, then maybe it's
$1 or $3. I don't know.
Right, and again, it just depends on how many friends you have. Like if I do a sponsored post, it costs me $7 to do a sponsored post.
He has more friends than me.
So it just depends. But realize that when you do a sponsored post, you really have no analytics, you have no tracking, you have no idea of really how many people saw it. To get into more of that advanced type of marketing will come into play later in a different training where we talk about Facebook fan pages and where you're paying for clicks and you can actually create ads, and we'll do some training on that. But the sponsored post is just a way once in a while for you to get more eyeballs on your post.
Yeah. And how many hours, okay, say they post something and like a really awesome before and after picture. They're really creative with the verbiage and it gets a lot of likes from people on their page. That would be something that they could possibly sponsor post because it's getting a lot of stuff. How many hours after posting it do they have until they can sponsor it?
Right. The sponsored post feature is only available within the first 24 hours of you posting it. And one way to, kind of play with it is post something on your profile first. See if it gets a lot of traction. If it does, then do the sponsored post and see how much more it gets. That's a good test. So post it on your profile, wait 3 to 4, 5, 6 hours, and see what kind of love it gets. If it gets none, then sponsor it and see what happens. Kind of play with it, test it. See if sponsoring it actually helps. Keep in mind, when you do the sponsored post, people will see below your post that it's sponsored. So that could also have a reverse effect of, wow, this person's actually paying to put this post and let me see it. Some people may not like that. So keep that in mind as well, but it could still help. So play with it. And what else was I going to say?
And they can do that by when they're on their wall logged in, it says like, comment, sponsor.
Yes, it's right under your post. After you post it, you'll see there's a link that says sponsor. Here's what I was going to say. This is another strategy that you guys, all of us as a team, can help each other.
Yes.
Remember what I just shared with you about how Facebook will see if your posts are getting love from other people. It'll actually, Facebook says, oh, let's show this post to more people because it is getting love. So here's what you guys can do to help each other. Whenever you see someone else on the team posting on their personal profile, like it. Just like it at least.
Yeah.
But maybe even drop a comment and say, yes,
that's amazing.
Awesome, amazing, wow, love it. I just wrapped today.
Shut the front door.
Whatever. So imagine if you started on a daily basis checking out other team members' posts on the Rapstars team and liking it, maybe dropping a comment. What do you think they will do when they see you post? They will reciprocate.
Yeah.
And now other people will start liking and commenting on your posts. What does that do? It's called social proof. Social proof allows for your friends, when they see your post on Facebook, if it has no love, no likes, no comments, subconsciously your friends might think, oh, this really isn't that important, right? But if it's got some comments and some likes, even if it's from people on the team, then instantly your friends are going to think, wow, this does have some value. Some other people commented, ooh, maybe I should go look at this because I don't want to miss out.
Yeah.
So if you start doing that, then people on the team will reciprocate and start doing that for you as well. Make that part of your daily method of operation where you find other people on the team who are posting, like, comment, maybe 1 or 2 a day to help others, and then later they'll come back and help you.
Absolutely. I think we covered all the basics.
I think we did. It was awesome.
So, let us know your questions. Of course, we're going to do more advanced stuff. This is just the basics. This is the beginning of Facebook marketing. But also remember, guys, don't get caught up in the Facebook trap. The primary way to build your business is by blitzing, parties, and talking to people on the phone to get them to do those things. You can't just build it on Facebook.
And here's why, because if you start building around the country through Facebook and you're getting long distance stuff, we're going to start doing a lot more training to teach long distance team members that are on your team how to build their business when they're not in a local environment. We're going to be doing that. But if you are not leading by example, you're not blitzing, you're not partying, you're not doing the local stuff to show your long distance team how to do the fundamentals, then building on the internet is pointless because they're just going to quit. So keep that in mind. And here's a last final thought for me is where you found this post in our private group. Remember, don't comment on YouTube. Go in the group where you found this link. Drop a comment. That's your call to action right now. Drop a comment and one of two things. Either, did you like it? Was this helpful? What did you take from this training? What did you like? And what questions maybe do you have on this topic specifically that Kathy just covered in this video? Do you have questions? So what this thread will do, this is going to be an ongoing thread where new people getting started can watch this and then read the comments, read the questions below this video on Facebook in our private group. If you have questions, other people probably have those same questions.
Yeah.
So post the questions not as a new post in the group, right below this video on Facebook in the group, and it will be an ongoing discussion of questions and answers on this specific topic.
Oh, I have one more thing that I forgot. So we talked about posting 1 to 2 times a day. Still post about your life.
Yes.
I mean, your friends, they're your friends outside of It Works. I know that once you guys get in, you're like bleeding green and you're just, it works all the time. You still have to be normal.
Be real.
I know it. It's like, no, I don't want to. But you have to. You have to post lifestyle pictures. Like we just went to Florida. We were posting beach pictures every day. And don't you know, people were watching. They're like, what are they doing? How are they getting to do this? So when you guys go on trips, when you're doing fun stuff, post that stuff. People are stalking you, whether they comment or not. They're stalking you. They're watching you. They're seeing what you're doing. And here's another tip too. Because of that, you are now in business. People don't want to work with a negative leader. So if you're posting negative stuff or you're talking bad about somebody or things like that, that can turn people off. We actually, Pam Souter talked about this, a distributor or a prospect called corporate said, I know somebody who's in It Works and I had been following them. And I want to do It Works, but they post negative stuff all the time. I don't want to work with them. Can you find me somebody else to work with? They knew somebody in their warm market and was following their posts about It Works, but didn't want to work with them because they were negative. So that's just the takeaway. Always be conscious because once you put it out there, it's out there. And I mean, it's tough for all of us to learn because, of course, there's tons of stuff. I have tons of opinions and things like that that I would love to post, but I don't because, well, business is more important.
Yeah, I've had to bite my tongue a lot too. I can remember back in the day, Facebook becomes this board of just blasting the world and voicing our opinions, and it's okay to do that. You want to be real, but if you're doing negative stuff
all the time,
not even all the time, even just once in a while, if you post negative, I mean, if you're doing it all the time, obviously that's retarded. But if you do it once in a while, negative, people still see that. If you're bashing someone or being negative, I mean, if you have a rant about something, still end it on a positive note, that's okay because it's still being real. Just don't be negative and whatever, because obviously nobody's going to want to work with you if you're being negative.
People don't get into It Works or your business to be brought down. They want to see that this is changing your life and that you're positive and happy, because that's what everybody needs. Everybody's life is negative and they all have crap. They don't want more of it. So that was my last thing that I forgot to mention. Just be careful what you post, but still post about your day-to-day life, about your kids, about whatever, your dog, or going to the pool, or going to the gym, or, you know, be interesting, because people do Facebook stalk. I still Facebook stalk people.
Absolutely. So drop a comment on this post where you found a link in the private group on Facebook. What did you take from it? And any questions that you have, it'll be an ongoing discussion. So thanks so much.
We'll see you on the next video.
We'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.